Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here we are going to talk about students' basic psychological need. First thing first, we have to understand what is it about. So, as a teacher, so teachers commonly find some students come to class motivated and ready to learn, while others completely not. So the latter is often referred to disruptive behavior. What is disruptive behavior? Yeah, this one. Disruptive behavior is behavior that repeatedly interferes with the instructor's ability to conduct class or other students' ability to learn. Teachers are frequently frustrated by their inability to determine the source of such disruptive behavior. And then, when asked to explain why students misbehave in the classroom, teachers often include in their responses such factors as the first one is poor attitude, the second one is poor home environment, and then lower than average IQ, limited learning ability, low socioeconomic status, lack of parental support, and emotional problem. So these responses suggest that teachers have limited or no control over their students' behavior. So what they can do at best is to persuade or bribe these students into behaving appropriately during the lessons or punish them when they misbehave. When a student is disruptive in the classroom, this can cause other students to perform poorly as well as igniting other students to become agitated and insecure in the safety of their classroom. Before teachers take the necessary steps to cope with these students' disruptive behaviors, it is important for them to understand the sources. According to Lang 2011, educators believe that students' inappropriate behaviors are commonly attributed to their basic psychological needs not being met, and the students lack the essential skills needed to make the appropriate social contact and to handle frustration and conflict that could arise. There are some personal needs theories developed by some scholars. They are Abraham Maslow, Rudolf Dreikurs, William Glasser. The first one, we have psychologist Abraham Maslow, 1954, stated that human motivated is based on people seeking fulfillment and change through personal growth. He suggests that in order to motivate students to learn and engage them in classroom activities, their basic personal needs must first be met. And he believes that people have an innate need to be competent and accepted. In giving explanation on human behavior, he did not focus on what goes wrong with people, but rather what goes right. A negative behavior is therefore not viewed as an indication of a bad child, but rather as a reaction to the frustration which is associated with being in a situation in which one's basic needs are not being met. Only when the basic needs are met can the individual become motivated to take risks, to learn, and to attain his fullest potential. He further argued that these basic needs cannot be met without assistance from other people. And here you can see his original hierarchy of needs. That is five-stage model. We have the first one, biological and psychological needs include the most basic needs that are vital to survival. These are the most basic or instinctive needs in the hierarchy because all needs becomes secondary until these psychological needs are met. For example, air, food, drink, shelter, warmth, sex, sleep, etc. The second one is the safety needs, includes needs for safety and security. These needs are important for survival but not as demanding as the psychological needs. For example, a desire to steady employment, health care, safe neighborhoods, and shelter from the environment, freedom from fear, etc. The third one, love and belongingness or social needs, include needs for belonging, love, and affection. These needs as less basic than psychological and security needs. These include friendship, intimacy, affection, and love from work group, family, friends, romantic relationships, etc. The fourth one, esteem needs, include the need for things that reflect on self-esteem, personal worth, social recognition, and accomplishment. For example, achievement, mastery, independence, status, dominance, prestige, self-respect, respect from others, and etc. And the last one, self-actualization needs is the highest level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Self-actualizing people are self-aware, concerned with personal growth, less concerned with the opinions of others, and interested in fulfilling their own potential. And then Maslow later expanded the above model to include cognitive and aesthetic needs and transcendence needs. Cognitive needs refer to the desire to learn, explore, discover, solve problems, and create to get a better understanding of the world around them. This is directly related to the need to explore or the openness to experience. When cognitive needs are blocked, all of the T needs on the hierarchy are threatened. The aesthetic needs are not basic in nature. These needs involve beauty and aesthetically pleasing experiences. This is a higher level need to relate in a beautiful way with the environment and leads to the beautiful feeling of intimacy with nature and everything beautiful. The last one, the self transcendence needs refer to the desire to go beyond our ordinary human level of consciousness and experience oneness with the greater whole, the higher truth. This is also sometimes referred to as spiritual needs. When this need is fulfilled, it will lead to feelings of integrity and take things to another level of being. The second scholar, Dreikurs, 1968, he believed that individual's behavior is a result of his purposes or his own biased interpretations of the world. He does not act according to the reality that surrounds us, but rather according to his own subjective assessment of it. Else, all individuals have a need to belong and be accepted. Essentially, every child's behavior is grounded in the idea that he is seeking his place in the group. A well adjusted child will conform to the requirements of the group by making valuable contributions, whereas a misbehaved child will defy the needs of the group situation in order to maintain social status. All misbehavior is the result of his mistaken assumption about how to find a place and gain status. Dreikurs states that his goal may occasionally vary with the circumstances. He may act to attract attention at one moment and assert his power or seek revenge at another. Regardless if the child is well adjusted or is misbehaving, his main purpose will be social acceptance. He stated that we should realize that a misbehaving child is only a discouraged child trying to find his place. He is acting on the faulty logic that his misbehavior will give them the social acceptance which he desires. And then he identified four reasons why students misbehave. The first one is attention seeker, power control, revenge, and display feeling of inadequacy. First, students need attention. If they do not get positive attention, they will seek negative attention through misbehaving. Positive attention can develop their healthy self esteem. The second, in order to gain power and control, can motivate students to misbehave. They do not hesitate to take a stand on matters important to them and are often disruptive in reaching their goal. The teacher may feel provoked, threatened, or challenged by these students. The third one, a student who has been hurt by others feels that he needs to get even or to take revenge in the form of physical or psychological attack. When he is allowed to hurt others or take revenge, he establishes an upsetting cycle of hurting and being hurt. Finally, the feeling of inadequacy can be an escape for a discouraged student since it is easier to give up than try and fail. Inadequate students may break, boast or fight, and may be unwilling to try new things. For example, constant criticism from teachers or peers can make these students feel worthless. So, As teachers, our responsibility is to help students cultivate behavior that meet these needs so that they can contribute to learning community. Dreikurs suggested 4 steps to bring positive classroom environment. These steps are as follows. The first one, observe the child's behavior in detail. The second one, be psychologically sensitive to your own reaction. The third one, confront the child about the 4 goals with the following 4 can it be questions. Can it be that he wants special attention? Can it be that he wants his own way and hope to be the boss? Can it be that he wants to hurt others as much as he feels hurt by them? And can it be that he wants to be let alone? The last one, the fourth one, note the recognition reflex. And the third scholar, William Glasser, 1998, developed theory of human behavior or everything that we do called choice theory that explains why people do the things they do. Understanding how behavior relates to these needs is fundamental for teachers to be able to manage classrooms where students feel good about themselves, can make a contribution, feel important and cared for, and free to make choices. Glasser pointed out that all our behavior is caused by our drive to satisfy these, 5 basic needs. Okay, what is next one is what are the 5 basic needs by William Glasser? The 5 basic needs are survival, love, and belonging, power, freedom, and fun. The first one, survival, is similar to Maslow's psychological and safety level. There are basic needs which are of little interest unless they are threatened. Love, belonging, or connection is similar to Maslow's belonging need and recognizes how important it is for us as a tribal species to be accepted by our peers. The third one, power, is similar to Maslow's esteem need. We are hardwired to learn, appreciate feelings of competence, value, and power. We feel good when we see the fruits of our efforts, and a continual failure to to succeed in turn leads to disempowerment. The fourth one, freedom, autonomy, is the ability to do what we want, to have free choice. This can be viewed in 2 ways: freedom from pain, embarrassment, bullying, control of others, and freedom to make one's own choices in life. The last one, fun or learning, is an interesting ultimate goal. All humans have a basic need to have fun and seek enjoyment in what they do. Enjoyment can also be the reward of learning new things. We seek enjoyment through hobbies and leisure activities, but we are also driven by a need to enjoy our work. And then there are 2 types of teaching according to Glasser: lead teaching versus boss teaching. Lead teaching is teaching a group of students in positive ways in which there are strong student teacher relationships. The boss teaching occurs when a teacher wants to be a controller and not allow students to give their ideas and desires. Consequently, there are 2 types of teachers and the way they manage the learning environments for the students, namely the boss teacher and the lead teacher. The boss teacher is typified with the following elements in management. The first one, the teacher sets the tasks and the standards for what students are to do with little or no consultation with them. The boss does not compromise. The students must adjust to the teacher. The second one, the teacher tells rather than shows the students what to do and rarely asks for student input on how they might do better. The third one, the teacher inspects and grades the work and does not involve the students in the evaluation. And the fourth one, when the students resist, the teacher uses correction to make them to do what they are told, and as a result creates an environment where the teacher and students are adversaries. But the lead teacher, what is the lead teacher? Is characterized by 4 basic elements of management. The first one, the teacher allows the students to be involved in discussion regarding to the work that is going to be done as well as the condition in which it will be done. The second, the teacher models the task and communicates the expectation clearly. Students' input is still continuously allowed. The third one, the students are requested to evaluate and inspect their own work, and the teacher listens to the students and accepts that they know how to produce quality work. The last one, the teacher is a facilitator. They attempt to provide students with the best tool and attempt to provide an area that is non-coercive and non-adversarial. Glasser states that if a student is unhappy in the class, he is unlikely to be doing well in the class, and most problems between students and teachers come from a bad relationship between them. Glasser identifies the seven controlling habits that push students and teachers further apart, namely the first one, blaming. Blaming students for what the unexpected happening. Criticizing. It is telling the students that what they did was wrong, finding fault in others, sharing negative opinions on others, being critical about what others are doing or not doing. The third one, complaining. This one, sharing or expressing your discomfort, disappointment, or unhappiness. The fourth one is nagging, constantly harassing someone to do something. The fifth one, bribing or rewarding to control, persuading someone to act in one's favor, typically dishonestly by a gift or other inducement. The other person's only choice is to do it out of fear. For example, I will give you this if you do this. The sixth one, threatening, creating fear in someone else with punishment or disappointment. And the last one, punishing, the imposition of a penalty or deprivation for wrongdoing, such as no food, no sleep, no friends, physical punishment, and isolation. When teachers behave in a manner that brings the two parties close together, then they are engaging in connecting habits. The seven connecting habits are, the first one is listening, giving your time and ears to others person. In a conversation, who speaks less is commonly more caring. The second one, supporting, helping the others to achieve what they want to achieve. The third one, encouraging, actively doing something to push others gently toward what they want to achieve. The fourth one, negotiating differences, negotiating the conflict or discussing the differences reasonably and wisely. The fifth one, respecting, giving a space to others to be themselves without judgment and without the fear to be themselves. The sixth one, accepting, having no judgment toward anything others are doing or not doing. And the last one, trusting, believing that others feel the same, we can open up to others and they can open up to us. So, in conclusion, actually, students are not bad or disruptive. They are simply trying to gain their needs fulfilled by using behaviors that are not the best interest of theirs or of others. Yeah. So to deal with it, many scholars have established theories, and these theories help teachers to deal with the disruptive behavior in the best way possible. Okay, thank you very much. Or what is it? If you want to get more insight about the subject, you can read the book written by Fauziati, that is Teaching English as a Foreign Language, Principle and Practice. That's from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.